Construction of International Conference and Convention Center will soon commence within the newly commissioned Gateway International Airport in Ife. Governor Dapo Abiodun disclosed this while speaking with journalists after President Bola Tinubu's inauguration of the airport. He noted that the center will have a 550-bedroom five-star hotel that will attract national conferences to the state. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu reports.
According to Governor Dapo Abiodun, the actualization for the inauguration of Gateway International Airport is a testament to focused and vision implementation strategy of his administration on modalities to attract more local and international flights to the airport. The governor said cargo operations have started with Allied Air, disclosing that Ethiopian Air will soon begin operations with another European carrier set to bring cargoes into the state from Europe. He added that about 50 cargo flights are expected to land at the airport between April and the end of the year.
So AirPC is deploying a 777. The only aircraft we get at a 777 is an A380. And that 777 will take off from here, go to London via Abuja. Like I said, the cargo operations have started with Allied Air. Ethiopian Air is also coming. And we also have a European carrier that's bringing cargo here from Europe. With that, I believe that will probably rank us maybe the third busiest airport in Nigeria, third behind Lagos and Abuja, with all what I've shared with you. And because of the level of aviation equipment that we have installed here and invested in this airport, I believe that it will attract more and more commercial operations.
Similarly, Ondo State Governor Orimisan Ayedatiwa says the airport will ease movement of people around the corridor with its proximity to Lagos and Ondo State, saying it is a landmark project for Nigeria.
Like we all know that Lagos is already saturated, and Ogun State with the proximity is the next location, and also very close to us here in Ondo State. From down here is just about one and a half hours. So this airport will be serving a lot of people. And since it's tagged as an international airport, a cargo airport, a lot of businesses will be consummated from here. And it's a good thing for Nigeria, like Mr. President said, for the good of Nigeria, because this is one of the subnational within the country of Nigeria. So I congratulate Mr. President that during his time, Nigeria is fast growing and developing.
Also, Chairman, Senate Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity, Senator Shoaib Afolabi Salisu, noted that the project is beyond infrastructure, but a legacy of Governor Dapo Abiodun that has put the state on global map.
The airport has been used for quite some time. You saw the airlines, you saw the two aircraft, but most important perhaps, you could also see the cargo airline that has just landed, dropping goods, meaning that a few kilometers from here, you have the agricultural testing center where we can export agri-produce from here. You could also see that the custom is also here. You can see a number of those events. So this is not just an airport that is in isolation, it's an entire integrated system.
He also pointed out that the shared agenda of the state government is complementing the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
In a move to strengthen industrial growth and expand employment opportunities, the Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has commissioned the ATC Business and Industrial Park in Udi Remo. The project, driven through a public-private partnership initiative, is expected to boost economic activities, attract investment, and provide jobs for youth across Remo land. Massive Showme report.
Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, represented by the Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Ade Akinsanya, formally inaugurates the ATC Business and Industrial Park in Oderemo. Governor Abiodun says the project aligns with his administration's vision of creating a business-friendly environment and stimulating industrial development across the state. He assures investors of continuous government support.
It will enhance access to goods and services, promote local enterprise and create a vibrant commercial center.
The commissioning ceremony is followed by the groundbreaking of the park's shopping mall, performed by the Akaribu and Paramount ruler of Remoland.
I'm so happy with what I have seen.
In their guru messages, chairman of Remo Growth and Development Foundation, Sheni Adetu, Are Kola Oyefeso, and other stakeholders commend the initiative, describing it as a strategic investment that will drive economic growth in the region. They also applaud Senator Oladipo Odujirin for his commitment to community development.
Private industrial park is not very common in this country. It's a new paradigm shift. So our traditional way our government order judges.
It's a kind of employment generation that is doing in there. Do you know the number of people that will be benefiting from this place? Therefore, I want to plead with our people. They should emulate the senator.
And I want to congratulate our distinguished senator, leading leader, for this laudable project. This is a self-financing project without recourse to any financial loan from any bank. This is complementing our executive governor, the legacy project of the Gateway Airport, which was commissioned a few days ago.
We are going to experience monumental job creations.
It is going to bring tremendous improvement.
In his welcome address, chairman of Abejoye Trading Company Limited, Senator Oladipo Odujirin, notes that the project represents a private sector-driven, infrastructure-backed investment platform needed to reposition Nigeria's economy.
We are providing power, we are providing security, we are providing water, we are providing sanitation. So that when they don't come with their machine and start the business.
The highlights of the event include the unveiling of a bird statue and a tour of the industrial park by dignitaries and invited guests. Matthew Shoumi, OGTV News.
The Ogun State Executive Council has approved the remaining of the Shagamu-Ikbero-Shapade Expressway as the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Expressway in honor of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The decision followed an earlier announcement to rename the artery bypass during the commissioning of the Gateway International Airport and other landmark projects last Saturday. In a related development, the former aviation village in Ikberu has been renamed after the late Oba Adeleke Idowu Basibo in recognition of his contributions to the community. The council also approved the procurement of 50 electricity transformers to improve power supply across the state under the Light Up Ogun project. Additionally, the council approved the purchase of 20 Suzuki Grand Vitara and 12 Toyota Fortuner vehicles to support the administrative operations of public officials. Further decisions include traditional leadership appointment and recognitions across our various communities. The council approved the declaration of the Olu of Odeda stool in Odeda local government area. It also ratified the appointment of Prince Adeyemi Biokunle Okpeaye as the Oludotun of Idotun Enikene local government area, Chief Yaya Oriyomi as the Olu of Mowe, and Basharon Peter Oluwole Ogunbayo as the Odemo of Ishara. The approvals reflect the state government's continued focus on infrastructure development, strengthened local governance, and community leadership. The Chief Executive Officer, Access Bank, Roosevelt Ogbonna, has commended the Ogun State government for putting in place economic policies that have made the state the preferred destination of choice for investors. Said that the government has opened up the state in a manner that partners are not just in the state for financial gains, but for as well as working with the state to create a blueprint for what the future of the state should look like. The bank head made this known during an interview with journalists when he led members of his team to the office of the Ogun State Governor. He said that the commissioning of the Gateway International Airport is a kind of legacy that only a state like Ogun State can create.
So on Saturday is a kind of legacy that they will create. So extremely proud to have actually been given the opportunity by His Excellency and the state government to participate and partner with them on that project, to see what was a vision on paper. When I say paper, plain paper, actually materialize into a project that has been delivered with excellence and with class makes me extremely proud to be a Nigerian, and really happy to see the state government and the governor putting a vision into reality, and that's what we saw on Saturday.
In his response, the Ogun State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, described Access Bank as a partner in progress, noting that the commissioning of the Gateway International Airport is the implementation of a vision that his administration had when it assumed office, which he said was followed with passion that was keyed into Access Bank.
I'm not sure we could have built that airport. And when you think of an airport that was built when the exchange rate was probably 400 or 500 naira to the dollar, such a world-class airport, as alluded to by Mr. President himself, if we didn't have the financing at the right time, we would not be where we are today. Imagine building that airport today at 1,400 or 1,500 to the dollar. It would have been very difficult vision to implement. So on that note, on behalf of the entire government and good people of Ogun State, we say thank you to the Access Bank family. Thank you very much.
Access Bank has set a standard and a barometer for other banks to follow in the country. The federal government has disclosed plans to introduce a mass savings scheme aimed at reducing reliance on borrowing and expanding domestic investment. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has said. Edun made this known during a panel session on Tuesday at the launch of the latest Nigeria Development Update by the World Bank in Abuja, noting that the initiative would enable Nigerians across income levels to invest and earn returns while supporting economic growth. The minister explained that the government was deliberately shifting away from heavy reliance on debt financing, particularly amid rising borrowing costs. According to him, alternative funding options such as domestic savings mobilization and equity participation will play a large role in going forward, especially as the government seeks to crowd in private capital. He said the initiative aligns with broader reforms aimed at strengthening public finances, including improved revenue tracking and expenditure control. Meanwhile, crude oil deliveries from the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to over Dangote Petroleum Refinery doubled in March, boosting prospect for improved fuel availability. This was revealed by the Chief Executive of Dangote Industries Limited, Aliko Dangote, when he received the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations in Lagos. While speaking on the feedstock supply, Dangote commended the NNPC for increasing crude deliveries to the refinery in March, noting that the volumes rose to 10 cargoes, 6 supplied in Naira and 4 in dollars, to support domestic fuel availability, according to a statement by the refinery. Dangote added that the refinery is seeking increased access to domestically priced crude on the local currency arrangement as part of effort to moderate fuel costs and enhance long-term energy and food security across the continent. And on the foreign scene, Israel said Wednesday it supported U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to suspend his bombing of Iran, but maintained the 11th-hour ceasefire did not include Lebanon. Washington and Tehran agreed to a 2-week ceasefire Tuesday, barely an hour before